What is up, dudes? No, I'm joking, I'm English. I'm Peder, and this is the first 48 hours with the new Note 10 Plus. It's been 1 week since you looked at me. No, it's been 48 hours since I unboxed my Note 10 Plus, and the first thing I did was put this speaking case on it. I love speaking cases, and I'm a naked guy. I like to go naked in my phones. Danger is my middle name. So I want a case that's slim but practical. If it's not practical, I don't care. So I won't get a case or a kickstand on it. And this case is super practical for watching videos, and I love it. It's nice. I've never had any damaged phones before. Slight damages sometimes, because I do take it out of the case when I don't think I'm going to need the stand. Because yeah, just get insurance and rock a naked phone. A lot of money and a lot of time goes into making a phone look good. Respect that and look after it. Keep a case on it when you need it, and don't when you don't, is my advice. But down to my first 48 hours, my first impressions of the Note 10 Plus. The first thing I noticed, because I took out the box, did my unboxing, and put it on charge. The 25 watt charge in the box is superb. I love it. Do you know what? Fast charging to me is more important than a bigger battery or all-day battery life, whatever that is. That's just, who knows what all-day battery life is. For all-day battery life for my mum would be rubbish, because her phone lasts 2 days because she doesn't bloody use it, doesn't even answer phone calls. But to me, all-day battery life, I'm happy if I can get home to like 9 o'clock from being in work. That to me is a full day battery life, and I'm happy with that. But the 25 watt charger is more important, because I can come home from work, and if my battery's on 10% when I come home from work, then I'll just put it on charge, 20 minutes to get changed, and then I've got more charge to go through the rest of the day till the early hours in the morning. And that to me is very impressive, and I'd rather that than mediocre speeds for charging and have a battery that lasts all day, because I'm always near a charger. I want to get the best out of my phone. I want to use it and overuse it, and know that I can top it up quick, even if I do manage to drain the battery. Big batteries, like 6,000 milliamp hours, unless you've got a massive charger, that thing's taking a while to charge. Remember iPads when they first came out? Or if you don't believe me, try and charge an iPad with a original 5 watt iPhone charger and see how far you get. Good luck. The screen on the Note 10 Plus is a masterpiece to behold. Not only is it like edge to edge with razor thin bezels, yeah, that's impressive and it's beautiful, but watching videos, looking at pictures, or even just looking at the home screen on this thing is just nice. It just feels nice, it just looks nice, it's just mega. Honestly, you just can't not look at that screen. I think most phones now do have a nice screen. I know you got the whole 90Hz display, but for someone who doesn't game, and I don't really care about scrolling speeds, I get there's perceived speeds for using 90Hz displays, but I'm not used to using one. I use the iPad Pro, which has ProMotion display, but for me, I'd rather have the brightness, the clarity, the pixel density, and not have 90Hz display than have 90Hz display and lose some of the brightness and the saturation. It just looks real nice, especially watching HDR video. Watching the videos on this thing is just a complete winner. There's a massive difference between, say, the Note 9 even and the Note 10. And to get all that just in a package that completely takes over the screen, you do notice the quality. Unlike that hole punch. The hole punch, you don't notice it at all. I can watch like full HD videos, edge to edge, and you're just watching all the action or whatever it is you're looking at, and your mind fills in the blank of that little spot. It's not a big deal. It's not a deal breaker. Do not be put off by the hole punch. Try out the phone. Hold the phone, watch a video, and if in 20 minutes you still notice it, then obviously it's not for you. But I would rather have that than the notch. Put a YouTube video on full screen on an iPhone and see the notch go into the video. That's a big game changer, and that does well. So the hole punch is nothing. You can live with that. Don't be silly. It's not a big deal. The battery life has been quite good. It's an improvement on the Note 9, which I desperately needed. The Note 9 with the Exynos chip isn't all that. I mean, the Note 8 was better for me. The Note 9 is just, it's poor. It's quite poor. Didn't really bother me that much, because I have a wireless charger on my desk and work. I've got a wireless charger downstairs, and then I've got the charger in the bedroom. Wherever you go these days, you can charge your phone. I've got chargers in the car as well. I have battery anxiety. I really do. Honestly, I don't like seeing the percentage, because as soon as I see the percentage at 99, I'm like, deep breaths. So I take the percentage off my screen and just have the battery. The battery's been okay. Obviously I've been checking on it. It's not blowing me away, but that said, it's been constantly getting unlocked because it's a brand new phone and I get excited about it, so sue me. And yesterday I was streaming the Liverpool game in full HDR on the BT Sports app over 4G, and today I was streaming music for 3 hours while connected to a Bluetooth speaker. The battery seems slightly better than the Note 9, so I'm expecting when I'm not doing that, then it's going to be a lot better than the Note 9, where I'm using it back to normal use and I'm not constantly unlocking it and constantly putting it max brightness and just taking pictures and videos for the sake of doing it. The first few days, putting all your apps on, trying it out, looking for new things, constantly picking up because it's new, you hammer the battery a lot more. All these videos you see people like doing a battery test or my first impressions and the battery is rubbish after a day. What are you doing? You're not using that phone like you normally use a phone. You have to wait a couple of weeks first, right, before the novelty wears off and you're used to the phone, and then you start just kind of seeing how the battery goes. So I will give you an update on how the battery is in the coming weeks. Subscribe and then you'll see my proper impressions and proper review further down the line. This is just 48 hours later impressions. The S Pen. The whole reason this is my third Note device is because of this little shiny piece of plastic, and honestly, I prefer the Note 9 S Pen. I don't know why. From the first time I took out the box, it's more curved, it feels more slipperier. Very slippy. It feels very slippy in comparison to the Note 9 one and the Note 8 one and probably the Note 7 that I never got to get because it blew up into people's faces. I'll get used to it. It's smaller, only slightly smaller, like millimeters smaller, but for some reason you notice, and that's weird because it's only slightly smaller. But I don't know, I just feel like this is a down step in terms of quality in the hand from the Note 9. Maybe it's just me. However, the functionality is damn sight better. Taking notes is upgraded. You've seen the new notes, you've seen the handwriting recognition. That works incredibly well, and I have the worst handwriting, to the point where it's embarrassing for me to write things, but it still recognises it, and it blows me away. And being able to change the fonts and things, it's just a lot cooler. Hopefully, I don't see how this can't be a software update for the Note 9 and Note 8 maybe, but I doubt it's going to go because like a selling point. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe there's something, maybe it's in the chip, who knows. So obviously it does have upgraded chips in there compared to last year's model. Maybe that's part of what makes it able to do what it does, I don't know, but hopefully it spreads out to more devices because it is really clever. A lot of the time I'll write a note like call Mrs. Morrison back from work, come on the phone and I'll take a number and a name, who it's for, but then I hang up and I'm like, right, I'll now go on my computer and I'll email it, or I'll go and do a text and text it to the person I need, or I'll write it on a piece of paper and give it to them. Now I can convert the text and then just paste it into an email from my phone, or I can paste it into WhatsApp or Telegram or whatever I need to do, and it's just handy, really handy, more so than you actually think. It's one of the things you have to try to realise how good it is. First 48 hours, my first impressions of these things have not all been good. The AR emojis, which granted I don't really use, but I don't use them in part for this reason, they are trash. Like trash. With the Note 9 and Note 8, they were quite bad, but they looked respectably like me a little bit. Apple and their emojis are spot on. Everyone knows them, everyone likes them, they're pretty cool. But again, you don't use them often, you just send them an iMessage or whatever. iOS 13, I've seen them in a lot more places, people post them to Twitter, so I like that, that's good. But AR emojis are just terrible. So bad. There's no reason to be this bad. When you take the picture, and then it said creating your AR emoji, so you're like, okay, right, I'll wait. And you wait for a moment or two, and it comes up, and it is nothing like you. I look like a middle-aged white elf. I had like pixie ears and all kinds, big pointy nose, white skin, and this friggin' fade with a brush over it, and there's like completely straight hair, and I'm like, it hasn't got one aspect that looked like me. It was male. That's it. Male. That's the only similarities we have. Whereas the old one, you can kind of look at it and go, does look a bit like a caricature of me. But now, No, not anymore. However, it is more fun to use and does have a couple of cool little things. Excuse the Superman PJs. It was late that night and we were just prattling about with it. Samsung, how can you do an updated feature and make it worse than the previous year? That's bizarre. That's a software update, hopefully, so make it better. Just better in any way, shape or form would be nice. Maybe people might actually use it. Who knows? The Note 9 was known at the time for being like completely, it looked like the Note 8. You have to have a very keen eye to look at it and go, that's a Note 9. Because the screen was a millimeter taller. The S Pen, which is housed most of the time, was slightly different, especially if you bought the blue variant. But it looked like a Note 8. You can barely tell the difference. Extra camera lens on the back, which is a theme because it carries on through to 2019 and I'm sure 2020 as well. However, you pull out a Note 10 and everybody knows, you don't have to be a tech geek to know that's a Note 10. That looks like it's from the future. Not even from now, just from the future. The Note 9 in 2019 looks dated. Big bezel at the bottom, big bezel at the top. Granted, curved display, beautiful crafted pieces of glass, sandwich, aluminium frame, but it didn't look good. It looks second worst, third worst to iPhone and Pixel. They're three bad looking devices, I think, in terms of how modern they look. But you've got like the OnePlus 7 Pro. You got so many devices that came out last year that had the teardrop or had a notch, and it was a small notch. You might not agree with how they looked, but they looked more modern than them top and bottom bezels on the Note 9. This looks like it's time traveled. Straight up, Martin McFly bought this back with him. This came straight from the future. No question about it. It is beautiful. Look at that thing. Oh, god damn it. She looks good. The fingerprint sensor, I have not had any issues. I watched a lot of reviews of people saying it's bad, it's just so bad. But I haven't used the alternatives. I've only used ultrasonic and it works well to me. It works just as good as one on the back, maybe slightly slower. So what? It's an improvement. It's fast enough to unlock your phone, faster than putting a pin in or a password. Honestly, I miss iris scan. I miss iris scan and I miss the hard press for the home button on the Note 9. That was sweet. I used that a lot. Still find myself pressing it. Obviously nothing happens. It is what it is. It's a shame to see it go. I've not had any really slip-ups of it or anything. It's good enough. And the reviews that you watch and they're saying, oh well, it's 0.5 seconds slower than the OnePlus 7 Pro. And if you do that 20 times a day, that adds up to blah blah blah. It's like, but nobody cares. Nobody genuinely cares about being 10 seconds slower over the course of a day. I mean, Jesus. People are just nitpicking now on what to say bad about phones. All phones are good. I challenge you to take some money and go buy a bad phone. Unless you're buying an old Windows phone, you cannot buy a bad phone in 2020. Well, 2019, you cannot buy a bad phone. This is an amazing phone. And people who are nitpicking and saying, oh, it's bad, and this is bad, and that's bad, and this is trash. Night mode is quite terrible, but it's there, and it takes better pictures than last year. It's not Pixel quality, it's not iPhone 11 Pro quality, but it's good. And it's brighter than taking a picture without it, and it's clearer and more natural looking than using flash. So, just lighten up. Tech is great. 2019, going into 2020, and I am so excited to see phones next year. What the hell are we going to see? Look at this. Look how much display there is on that screen. What's going to be next? Maybe, don't wrap around. Do not wrap around. I don't want to wrap around display. I'll tell you why in another video, so subscribe and find out. You comment and let me know. Predict your phone of the future. What phone will we see in 2022? Forget 2020, because we've already seen some leaks of some phones, which is ridiculous. But 2022, what features do you think we'll see on phones? What will phones look like? I want to know. Let me know in the comments below or send me some pictures on Twitter. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me rant. My name is Pedder and I love you all. Thanks for watching.